What's going on? What's going on? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the best night of the week. And you know why? Because Fans Club Live Show is about to go down. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, let everybody know this is where you need to be. You want to talk sports with real fans that know this stuff? Come on, come on. Right now is the time. Let's go. Fans Club Live Show is about to go down. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, good night to you. This is the best night of the week because Fans Club Live Show is here. It's to fit you, man. It's the best night. I got my panel of experts with me. My panel's ready. They got their stats, they got their facts, they got their opinions. You need to be here. This is where all the fans go for you to be able to interact and get a lot off your chest. Obviously, I got a lot on my chest for obvious reasons. Salute to y'all. What's going on? Let me give a salute to the first person that's on here as usual. Philip, salute, my brother. How you doing?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Glad to be here. I've been MIA for a little bit, but we back, man. We got a lot to talk about today.
Excellent. I'm glad you're here, man. Welcome back. I know you're handling business, but as always, the door's always welcome for you to come on here and give us your analysis, man. I appreciate you. Again, salute to you, sir.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
No doubt, no doubt. Tim, you was speaking. What's going on, sir? My brother, how you doing out there?
I'm doing good. Glad the Super Bowl is over. Yeah. All the festivities is done and over with. Looking forward for next year.
I'm on the boat. Tim. It's a bad time, but I'm on the boat, man. Look, I heard whispers of your boy Saquon might be going to Dallas and some other stuff. We're gonna see. I don't know. A little early, but you never know what might happen. But yes, the festivities is over. I gotta do what everybody else do. We all now look at the draft.
The battleship is still wrong.
Salute to you, Tim. What's going on, Rich? Rich, you've been the biggest Kansas City fan all week. I wonder if that has died out yet, or if you still, if it's Raider Nation again. Now we back to the Raiders.
Yes.
Salute, man. How you doing out there, man? How you feeling?
I'm cold. I just landed in Jersey City this morning, and if I could have, I would have jumped back on that plane and went back home, man. It's too cold up here.
You forgot. You Georgia weather. I tried to tell you, man, but so you are in the building officially. You are up here.
I'm in. Guess where I'm at.
Where?
I don't know if you know about St. Bridget's, the old church by Ferris High School that they converted condos in.
Yeah, I know where he's at. He's in downtown.
Downtown, right across the street from right across the street from Ferris on Montgomery Street. There's a big church.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. it.
Yeah. So it's not even a church no more. It's converted into condos. So sitting in here doing my live show, getting this 49er talk going. Let's go.
Look, he right over flight, right to troll us. I wouldn't have it no other way, man. I respect it. Shout out to you, Rich. Salute to those that's watching us online. Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, wherever your live streaming is. This is Fans Club Live Show for the fans by the fans. Listen, man, not going to hesitate. Philip, I'm going to give it to you first to start off with, sir. Always make sure the person that was on first be the one to go and kind of break it down. The Kansas City Chiefs are the defending Super Bowl champions. They came, they saw, they conquered, they handled their business, they did what they said they was going to come do. They won. They beat my boys convincingly. Now we're in a state of disarray a little bit. Guys throwing other guys under the bus. We firing defensive coordinators, who didn't deserve it. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Break down that game to me, Rich, you last, because you already gave somewhat of a breakdown on Sunday night. But I do want now, with the current state, for you to kind of chime in on how we're looking. I'm making it about the Niners because there's no Kansas City fans on here, but salute to the Kansas City fans that's out there. I posted something on my page that was hilarious, and it was the most accurate depiction of all the 49er fans that I know. So go ahead, Philip, man, break down the collapse of this game, and I need y'all. I'm taking notes. Who is to blame for this game? Please tell me as a Niner fan, and I will make sure the other Niner fans hear this. Philip, you up first, sir. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We talked a little bit briefly backstage. I was telling you, man, one big thing was the loss of Greenlaw, because Travis Kelce wasn't doing much. But as soon as you seen it change, when Greenlaw got out, Travis Kelce told Andy Reid, "Hey, get me the ball. Like I got this. Like we discussed, it was a lot of defensive errors, especially in that the one possession where your line, man, your line, I don't know what was going on. It was a breakdown. I gave a real long analysis of that. You know what I'm saying?
Do your thing, man. You got time.
So
I need to know while my
off
season is here what we need to address. Go ahead, I'm listening.
It's line issues, play calling. You know, making sure everybody's on the same page because it looked like nobody was on the same page. I think it was little errors like that could have won out a game. Overall, it was a really good game. You guys played a really good game. It was a really good show because I honestly thought the 49ers were going to win, to be honest. But you know, it's Patrick Mahomes too. So it's a lot of factors that play into this. You know, this is Patrick Mahomes. You give him a minute, he's gonna do something in that minute, and then that's what he showed you. He can do something in that time. So from that, I think it was, you know, confusion with the play calls, bad play calling. The loss of players, you know, injuries. Even with Debo getting hurt, you had Brandon Ayuk at 49 yards. Like this guy's one of the elite receivers. What's going on, you know?
Yeah.
So I think overall it was a 49er breakdown in the second half, if you ask me. I think that was the biggest thing. And then Patrick Mahomes was just Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna take advantage of it, you know. Good playing calling on their part, and then they was ready. They was ready for that. They was ready for whatever it was. So that's my analysis on it. That's why I say it went wrong.
Who would you give the most percentage of fault to? Would it be on the defensive side or would it be on the offensive side? Defensively is Steve Wilks, who just got fired. And then offensively, Kyle Shanahan is the offensive coordinator as well as the head coach. So he's the offense. So, or is it Brock Purdy? Like where do you give the bulk of the blame? Because inquiring minds want to know, sir.
I honestly have to put it on. If I had to put it on anybody, I'm going to put it on the offense. I'm going to say most of the blame is on the offense. You know, I have my reservations about Brock Purdy, you know, but overall, I'm going to put it on the offense. Play calling was big, you know, especially in that last quarter, the second half overall.
Right.
Y'all just look like a completely different team, you know, with losing a receiver or a running back and a receiver technically, you know. I think it was offense, if you ask me.
I respect that. Look, that's the Philly fan. Make sure that's the thing. Make sure y'all put your team in parentheses next to your name, because I ain't gonna do it right now. We already on air. But next to your name, go edit it and put your team name so they know who you represent. But that's an Eagle fan giving us a breakdown, and I know that. You know, I know you were happy.
Oh yeah,
so, touche.
Very, very happy. It was more so I was just happy Debo lost. I was happy Debo lost. To be honest.
Yeah. I seen your boy Cox, man. Cox got a big mouth out here. What is that beef about?
Listen,
lineman beef with a wide receiver. Explain that.
The thing is, what he say? What Fletcher Cox say? You still chasing something I got. You still chasing something I got.
Right,
you ain't got it. You came into Philly. You did your thing. You did your big one. Okay, cool. You know, props to you. Or whatever. And everybody's saying that, you know, that our win against them became delegitimate ties. Overall, we still got a ring. He don't. So all that stuff you was doing in the media don't matter no more. You ain't getting no ring, bro. You ain't getting no ring.
He was hurt, man. His second time being there. He unraveling the tape off his wristbands, confetti falling on my guys. I was like, I felt so bad for him, man. I wanted that for Trent, so Trent could exit stage left and retire, but now you got to come back with the hopes of maybe winning again, man. I don't know, but Fletcher Cox didn't even let it settle. It wasn't even 24 hours. It was like an hour later. He was like, boom, I'm on you. I was like, wow, that's dirty.
Your boy was he was talking way before our game, the whole weeks before. He came in there with black Air Forces on, talking crazy.
Oh, you peeped
then
that?
He went on he went on the media, he went on the podcast talking about us, had old players that was playing with us talking about us. And I was like, man, they better win. You better do something. I wanted to see Debo make a difference in that game. Yes. If I'm being honest.
Yes.
And he didn't. So now Fletcher Cox has every right to say what he had to say in the timing that he did. I
respect it. Yeah, listen, man. I have Rich, Tim, Philip. I have nothing to say. I'm very humble right now. I was on my high horse thinking we was gonna win. I did the X's and O's. I did like Rich. I put on my coaching hat. I looked at the match. Everything said we should win, except for the game result itself. Timmy, let me come to you, sir. I need you on camera if possible. If not, then all right, cool. Thank you, Philip, for that great breakdown. We're not done. I'm gonna still go around, and I need to find out what's the moves that we got to make in terms of some things, even for your teams as well, because now we're all in the same boat. Only person who can celebrate is Kansas City, Tim. We have nothing to celebrate. Second place, almost only counting horseshoes. I have no bragging rights, and I've been here before, and it doesn't feel good. So, Tim, give me your breakdown on what you've seen in this game, what the Niners could have did differently, and I need to also, you're a Giants fan. Who is to blame? Let's start with that. Is it offense, defense, or give me a specific player? If you watched it, I'm taking notes, man.
Right now, I got two group of people that need to be blamed for.
I'm listening.
The offense should have ran down the clock to score a touchdown, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The special teams missed an extra point
and a phone,
and that killed it. And I said to myself, the Niners gave the game away to Kansas City. They should have ran the clock down. Clock management is your issue. And
I had to say it, man. There's a fact. You nail on the head, man. Go ahead, keep going, sir.
It should have been done better, but y'all didn't take the chance. Y'all abandoned the run.
My coach was otherwise, which is weird. I'm like, what game were you watching? You definitely abandoned the run, Kyle. I don't know what's going on. Go ahead, Tim. I just had to reiterate what you were saying. Go ahead.
Kansas City ended up exposing the Niners offense by going to the defense, and they know what they're going to do. Instead of keeping them honest, y'all just showing them the cards. Y'all showed y'all poker face.
I think something Phillips said, which is key. You can only hold Mahomes down for so long. After a while, he's gonna make a play. Like, he's that good. And I'm on all the draft experts that decided to not get him, and then it hurt my heart when I was reminded that we drafted Solomon Thomas instead of him during that draft. So, yeah.
Here's what we see from the defense of the Niners. In order for Patrick Mahomes not to throw a pass, the secondary has to stay covered with the offensive wide receivers and tight ends for him to be complacent. And y'all have to surround him and put him in a box, not for him to go outside the pocket and making plays. If y'all contain him, y'all would have won that battle.
Yeah, 66 yards by Mahomes seems like a lot to me. And you're right, our defensive ends definitely had it in their mind to contain them and crash down and not let them get to the outside. But once their offensive line get a hold of you, buddy, they'll grab you by the neck, tackle you, suplex you. No offense, Tim and Rich, but I'll just. It was some nice WWE moves going on out there, the offensive line, for him to get some openings.
And to me, the holding penalties was costing y'all some yardage.
Yeah, Trent got like two back.
And that y'all got to clean up.
So, Tim, I'm gonna ask you this as I also pass it to Rich. What up, Al? Hopefully you good now. Offensively, defensively, so it sounds like you're going sort of like Philip, and you're going with Kyle Shanahan and blaming the offense for the breakdown on this. Who do you have on this one? I need it. It's documented, so whatever y'all say, I want to hear what the Niner fans, if they got any arguments in regards to this. But go ahead, sir. Oh, y'all want to look? I even got Carl Blaze on here. I even got another Niner fan. I'm dissecting right now. Go ahead, Tim. So who you got? Offense, defense. It's documented. Who do you give the blame to for this loss? as a Giants fan?
Most likely it's the offense.
Wow. All right. What's the percentage that you get? Philip, same question. So y'all say that the offense over the defense, what's your percentage out of 100 that you're giving it? 60, 40? Like, what do you got? I'll start with you, Tim. What's the percentage you got for offense being to blame?
68% of the blame.
Wow. Oh, you won't. Whoa. All right. Respect it. What you got, Philip?
I'm gonna go 60-40. I'm gonna go 60-40 offense. There was a lot of mistakes on offense. To me, I'm gonna say there was a lot of mistakes on offense as well. Like I said, the play call in the line, just crazy things happening. Even the miscommunication as far as that goes. So I'm gonna say 60-40.
Listen, Rich, they both put 60%. That says a lot. Niner fans, I know we've been arguing. Kyle, no blame. Listen, these are non-Niner fans giving their opinion on something that they watch themselves. And I value the opinion of my panel because they know football, they know sports, specifically football in this case. And it's hard to argue that. I'll give mine at the end because no one cares. Go ahead, Rich. Give me your breakdown. You gave someone Sunday. Give me a good version of condensement with the current event and what your take is on what happened and who to blame. Go ahead, sir. Thank you, Tim. Salute.
Basically, Kansas City and San Fran runs the same exact offense. They do a lot of fake bootleg to the other side, throw a pass, and KC been there, done that with their own team every day in practice. So there's nothing that San Fran did that was going to shock them. Now, the difference is the quarterbacks now, because the defense on both sides see it. So the only change is the quarterback. Patrick got a better version of his offense and knows what to do with his offense. Purdy is still struggling, still just whatever the head coach calls. That's one. He's just going to that one guy. He don't know how to read the field. There was a play that you sent us.
Yeah.
And that you wanted everybody's opinion on whose fault that was.
Right.
When I'm coaching defense, I'm teaching my defense, all my defensive players, that whenever the right leg kicks up, it's a run. So y'all better be on your high horses and go. Feliciano, the guard, that's what he did. He went going after a middle linebacker, and now they wound up triple teaming one middle linebacker that left the other safety and Jones to come. And then on the opposite side, there was a corner that was coming, and the offensive tackle is always taught to go after the fastest guy. The fastest guy was that outside corner. That right there left Jones wide open.
That was Burford. Feliciano was out at that point. But you I know I played to him. Yeah, Feliciano, number 35, he was hurt. So Burford was in there. But go ahead.
So,
you're right on the play, though. Yep. Just had a personnel wrong. Go ahead.
If you know, the offensive tackle did his part. He kicked back and he was just waiting. But once that guard made that move to attack, that's what the defense is going to do, attack. And once he kicked that leg, that middle linebacker started coming, and he didn't have the awareness to know that his boy got him, his center got him, and it was going to take care of that. So now you gotta watch your back because there's a big gap wide open, and I go to Purdy for that, because Purdy should have saw that his guard left his spot, and he should have ran to his left, regardless if Jones is coming or not, and whatever, because you can always throw the ball away.
I'll run him. Yeah, I got you.
Just run to your left, and that's when Ayuk was wide open in the end zone, because C was sticking them and fell. So he's wide open in the end zone. So he goes, makes the wrong choice and throws back into the blitz inside, which that was a horrible throw with double coverage on that one wide receiver. So to me, Purdy don't know how to see the field. And as far as the whole who's to blame, It's all four phases of San Francisco. You got a missed field goal. You got a pooch punt, a fumble that right there flipped the whole game around. Nothing else. Nothing. That play right there was the play that flipped that whole game around, because once that fumble happened and KC got the ball, that was because KC got a fumble, didn't do nothing with it, gave it right back. No. San Fran got gave up the fumble.
The interception too, yeah.
And KC got it and was marching down the field, and then it was KC that fumbled it back with Pacheco. Then KC threw an interception. But the thing is that again,
I got to tell you next.
Again, San Fran's defense did their job. San Fran's defense did their job. I'm going to go with 80-20, or maybe even 88, because to me, when you got the head coach, that's the offensive coordinator, and you're not making touchdowns with wide open wide receivers and then quarterback, that you want to brag and boast that I made him. This is I got. And now your guy is overthrowing wide receivers in the end zone. 3 touchdowns he missed.
Right.
3.
Yeah. Remember, Rich, you watched it really. You definitely dissected a couple of throws that I see. Okay. You see what I see. Okay.
Hey, I'm going with 88% of that offense and that head coach, because there's no way that San Fran plays smash mouth football and doesn't matter what it is that you do to them, that they're going to sit there and just try to abuse you. But when the Raiders play Kansas City, and I'm out here moaning and groaning about, hey, KC corners grab and hold their defensive ends. I mean, I
didn't know it. I faced them,
Everybody, oh, just play the game, be quiet. But now when it happens in San Fran, it's like, oh, so now you want to see what I see. And I'm not a hashtag KC fan, but because we was the last team to beat KC on Christmas Day in front of the world, hey, that right there gave us motivation that if these bums that we beat up win a ring and won it back-to-back, why not us?
Oh, you sound like David. Why not us? Thank you, Rick. Thank you. I like
we was the one. We was the one that gave you guys the blueprint on how to beat them. You came to our house to play them, and you don't want to pick up the phone and call us on what it was that we did to them. You don't want to call us, though.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, man. Great breakdown, Rich. I respect that, man. That's a very good and very thorough. All of y'all actually were. He went ahead of you, Tim. You gave 68%. Philip, you had 60%. You said 88 or 80%, Rich. That's so I'm clear.
88, because it was the whole San Fran team, from the owner down to the water boy, is the reason why you guys lost. Because how in the heck that you guys losing all 4 phases of that game, and a lot of you guys are out there cramping, and that's the training fault for the whole week for not getting these guys right and not feeding them right. So again, from the owner all the way down, that you don't get that many guys cramping, being hurt, and you got to look at your trainer for that. Offensive calls, the offensive coordinator / head coach. Hey, and then now the blame goes on the defensive coach. What? Are you kidding me?
You're about to go. I'm gonna split it up. Hold that. Good breakdown. Oh, if you can come on camera, if you can, good. If you can't, let me know. All right, I'm coming to you now.
I'm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. As long as I can hear you.
Yeah, I'll be on camera in a little bit. Just bear with me.
No problem.
But in response to the question,
yes.
Who's to blame, right?
Yes.
Not as high as Rich, but I'm up there. I place about 25% of the blame on the defense, 75% of the blame on the offense.
Oh, goodness gracious. Niner
I'm gonna
fans,
tell you
let me
why.
y'all. Let me say something real quick to the Niner fans. Y'all notice this is non-Niners. These are people that don't like the Niners or hear them. Don't just be blind and biased. That's why I'm posing this question. Continue, Philly fan. Go ahead, Al.
The reason why I say that is because you were going against the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And in the first half, y'all basically was dominating the football game.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that I saw right away, and I think I even hit you up at halftime. I don't bother you during your game, but I hit you up at halftime.
Uh-huh.
And I basically said in a nutshell, not enough points. And that worries me. Going back to our Super Bowl, not bigging up my own team, but it was just a year ago.
Yep.
We had a 14-point lead going into halftime against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I was concerned about that. The reason for that is because Patrick Mahomes, he's a different animal. And he always brings his team back in football games. So you know they're going to come back. So while you had an opportunity to put up points in the first half, I think the offense let the 49ers down.
Wow.
If you would have got up by at least 14, even 20 points, I think you win this game easily. The defense did their job. They held the Kansas City Chiefs to 19 points.
That's crazy.
19 points.
That's crazy.
I'll take that any day. If your defense holds the offense in a Super Bowl, the opposing offense in a Super Bowl to 19 points, most chances you're winning that game. But unfortunately, the 49ers only put up 19 points. And the game went to overtime. Now, you may say this happened and that happened, stuff along the way, but if you would have executed better on offense, listen, the 49ers all year long was an offensive juggernaut. They came into Philadelphia and put up 40 plus. Right. They blew up Dallas. Week after week, they were killing teams, putting up 30 plus points on offense. Passing game looking sharp. Running game, CMC looking unstoppable. You get into the biggest game of the year and your passing attack look suspect. You got Debo and you got Ayuk, who had amazing years. Kittle, tight end, amazing year. And you didn't get them the football. You did not get them the football. And so that's why I say 75% of the blame is on the offense and 25 on the defense. Your defense helped them to 19 points. You can't ask for more than that. That's enough to win you a football game.
Listen,
that's all I got to say.
Look, Niner fans, as much as it pains us to hear this, man, not one of my panelists have put this on the man that just got fired.
No way.
He got fired in not 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 already that just said it was offense, and all of them got. I wanted to get a gauge. I didn't just want to hear blanketed. Okay, yeah, we lost, and they gave it to the offense, and that's it. I wanted a percentage so we can kind of evaluate and get an average. We're averaging over 60 right now because you got an 88, a 75, a 60, and a 68. So that says a lot. Go ahead, Rich. Danny, I'm about to come to you, sir. What's going on? First time on Fans Club. Make sure I can hear you, though, Daniel. Can I hear you? He might get his audio together as he's getting that together. Rich, go ahead, sir.
Hey, one more thing. Who's the best running back in the NFL?
My guy. Well, this year.
Best running back in the NFL. Yeah. Guess who torched Kansas City? Our guy, a third-round pickup from Georgia, who was almost a bust in the NFL.
Wow.
Almost a bust in the NFL, and ran down their throat on Christmas Day. That right there goes to show you that your head coach got his head up his you know where, because he don't want to sit there and show that my running back is going to run down their throat. But instead, he wants to show you that my guy, my last pick of the draft that I molded and made is going to win the game, and it's going to even put me on Mount Rushmore. So, again, we have,
I like that take.
We have White we have Zeus White, our running back, 3rd round running back, barely got any touches and was almost a bust. And he ran down KC's throat. Watch our game against Kansas City on Christmas. We showed you, we gave you the blueprint.
We didn't follow it. We didn't follow it. But guy had 80 yards rushing. So yeah. Listen, man, good talk. So all right, I got my percentage. Oh, thank you for that breakdown. Salute. Good breakdown. Everybody gave good breakdowns, and I didn't want to be the guy as a Niner, you know. I was like, I wanted to get y'all perspective as football fans first. Put aside how much you hate us. I just wanted to see what was your thoughts. So I'm glad that I got your thoughts. And again, I didn't swear it in any way. I wanted you to give your own thoughts on that. Now, with that being said, I'm staying on the Niners just because we're here. We got to talk about it. So with Wilks being gone, I'm going to see, Philip, I'm going to start with you. Is there any defensive coordinator that we should look at? I seen Bill Belichick named. I'm like, Bill Belichick not going to be coordinator. Who's saying that? Then I'm hearing Mike Vrabel thrown out there. I'm hearing a bunch of people. Is there anybody that you think we should take a look at, or like, is there anybody, or you felt like, well, clearly it felt like it might have been premature in terms of the firing, but what do you think is the move for the Niners in terms of defensive coordinator? Before I get to that, let me pose the other question to you, Philip. And Rich kind of opened the door for it. What's your take on the players coming out saying they didn't know the overtime rule? What?
Head coach again.
Homework.
That's why. So I'm glad you asked that, because I meant to talk about that. To talk about that when they put the overtime rule up there. I'm like, I hope they know they have to score. Like, they got to score. Not kick a field goal. They have to score.
Yes.
So with Rick saying everything that he said with the special teams and everything, I'm like, why did Brock Purdy do what he did and look towards the side where the double coverage was? When he didn't just have Ayuk over there too. He had another receiver over there too, open.
Jennings, yep.
Snead fell. That's why you saw Ayuk open immediately.
Yep.
So that with Rich, I understand, and I agree with you 100%. I don't know, man. I think your players fell apart. I think your whole organization fell apart after y'all lost. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you why. You got them blaming it on each other. Mm-hmm. They blaming this stuff on each other. Yep. One of them's like, I was hungover. I'm like, bro, this is the biggest game of the season. What you mean?
Feliciano, Rich.
I was hungover, man. I'm sorry. You was hungover? Really? Then again, Purdy, like Rich said, Purdy, I agree with you 100%. Mm-hmm. Purdy don't got the vision. He was good for what he was good for. Let's just say that. Mm-hmm. As far as defensive coordinator for you guys, I don't know. I feel like that firing was prematurely, and of course they wanted to keep Shanahan there. You know what I'm saying? That was premature. Get him out of here. We gotta put the blame on somebody.
Scapegoat. Yep.
That's it. That's all it was. We gotta put the blame on somebody. Got to get fired. You can't blame it on the defense. Like everybody said here, you can't blame that loss on the defense at all. Patrick Mahomes showed up and did what he was supposed to do. KC did what they were supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Offense, you blame it on the offense, the special teams, the quarterback, and the head coach. So as far as defensive coordinator, I honestly can't give you an answer on that note right now, because I'm still baffled by y'all losing your defensive coordinator now.
That's fine. I respect it. Thank you, sir. That's man. That's it's tough to hear us fall apart like that. When I see my lineman throw my other lineman under the bus, I was like, I'll be honest, Tim, I wasn't mad at him. Whoever was responsible, I know that this was a bad play on Legend. If you want to block anybody, Tim, you might want to block their best guy on defense who's literally standing in front of you. Mm-hmm. But go ahead, Tim. What you tell me about this rule being implemented with the change? I know it happened last year. Technically, it's the Mahomes rule because of the fact that it wasn't fair, because he's going to score in overtime. So teams were like, we need a chance to score too, and lo and behold, we still didn't take advantage of that. What do you think of my players?
The league is trying to be passive with Patrick Mahomes, and they quote unquote want to protect the shield. And the Wilks incident with him being fired was wrong.
Okay.
on San Francisco part. I pray that he gets a job somewhere in the NFL.
Raiders. Go ahead, I'm listening.
And does well for him to become a head coach.
Oh, head coach. I think all those four, but yeah, it's possible. I mean, have a good year, defensive coordinator. Go ahead. I'm finished. Go ahead, Rich. I mean, go ahead, Tim.
If he goes to the Titans, fine. If he goes to wherever whack or suck team that he goes to and become a contender again, fine as well. But he has to get some recognition on the defense, because if you keep Patrick Mahomes to 19 points, that's saying something.
Yeah. And then
that's saying something.
That's weird. And for everybody that's watching, if somebody put up a side-by-side comparison of what DeMeco Ryans' defense did last year and what Wilkes' defense did this year, Wilkes' numbers was better. Lo and behold. So it's like, dude, keep them another year. They know the scheme. Why throw them out making a scapegoat? But I guess somebody had to pay for it, and it wasn't going to be Kyle Shanahan, which I get. I respect, but I think maybe the wrong person on that one. Go ahead, Tim. Finish your thought. My bad. I want to cut you off. I just want to put that.
Well, on another note, there was a tragedy during the parade, and we pray for the families for the female DJ that was killed on that parade.
Do you know how many
from the shooting?
I know it was, so one casualty, one person passed, DJ, and who? Did anybody else?
12 people, I believe 12 to 14 people have been injured, but most of them critical.
Wow. Was the video of the young man being tackled, was that one of the assailants that was part of it, or that was something else? Because I seen people tackling some guy, like during the whole.
They was tackling some guy, but I don't see no other shooters that was involved.
Gotcha. And none of the NFL players, all the NFL players, like the NFL people, they were out of there at this time, or this was a different part of the.
They've been left.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, man. It's you would think, Tim, Rich, and Philip, and Al, that you would be able to celebrate Super Bowl, in your hometown, with all your fans, without there being this type of craziness going on. But people are crazy in this world. So again, like Tim said, condolences. And our hearts go out to the family, because that's a celebratory. That's what you're celebrating, man. You're just enjoying that. You're not expecting to lose your life at a parade celebrating your professional, football team, man. So that's painful, man. So that's hard to hear that.
And she was a DJ.
So she was DJing the event, or she was a DJ, just in general.
DJ the event.
Man, see, come on, man. So yeah, so that just maybe, but I can't even say maybe they should have kept it in Vegas, because it doesn't matter. You want to bring it home to your home crowd. So I get it. You never can predict stuff like that. Thank you, Tim, for your mentioning that. I'm glad you did, because that's, regardless of how much I can't stand the Chiefs, I would never want anything like that. And as Rich alluded to on our chat, I hope it's nobody that's related, that has anything to do with our organization, whether you're a fan or not. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's some fanaticism to a whole different level if you're doing that type of stuff. Go ahead, Rich.
As far as the defensive coordinator for San Fran, if I'm Philly or the Cowboys, I'm jumping all over him right now and bringing him in, because that guy has knowledge of Kyle Shanahan's whole offense and could shut it down and gonna laugh in his face every time. So any team from the NFC that was in the playoffs, hashtag Cowboys getting over the hump.
They got Zimmer. They just signed my man from the Vikings. Dick Zimmer. They got their defensive coordinator already. They straight.
Well, then you know what? Even Atlanta is still open. Washington should still be open.
Yeah.
So I mean, he don't have to be the defensive coordinator, but you could put him in there as an assistant to the assistant and all that, and let him be the linebackers coach and all that. Some way, somehow, and then he'll just sit there and mose his way into defensive coordinator because the other one ain't doing his job, and then now you give him. But you know how that whole NFL stuff works,
right? Right.
And
I'd rather for him to be in Washington.
Washington stole like 2 of our coaches already, man. They took Anthony Lynn from us and somebody else. So the Commanders not playing. Go ahead. So you right in the ballpark, Rich. So they might be looking at him.
And so again, San Fran. If I'm San Fran, I'm not really going outside the scheme because all my players know the scheme. So I'm going to hire somebody within, another linebacker coach or somebody within who knows my players and know the system I want to run. Because if I wind up going out there to get a Jack Del Rio or one of the other guys, Bill Belichick, they're going to change the whole scheme around. And now you got to do a lot of thinking because now you got to learn new verbiage and everything else. It's the same. It's the same calls out there, but they just call it different things because they don't want the offense to pick up on just the play calling. So they just call it something else. But
what do you think about Vrabel? You like Vrabel potentially for the Niners as defensive coordinator, or he's too high profile that he wouldn't take that job?
No, again because of his verbiage, I don't know if I will want to go out there and go. I would want to keep somebody in house, somebody that you don't really know about, but he's out there doing his thing, and all the players already know him and love him, and that they was in the head coach's ear about that we want him. So that's what I would do. But if I want to flat out change my scheme, then I'm going to get any one of those guys, you know. But again, Cowboys, Philly, one of you guys better go pick up the defensive coordinator from San Fran because it's you can always get 1 or 2 players that's going to know a little bit, but when you get a coach that had his hands on it and was in the meetings and everything else and know who could do what and what linemen can't block what type of scheme, that's what I'm going to get. I'm not messing around. And hey, San Fran is gonna go down hard. They're gonna go like this.
At least you keep it real. How you feel, Rich? I respect it. I have no arguments or no views.
No, because the thing is that your coordinators are leaving.
Now get ready.
You're firing your coordinators, and now all your high-priced players are riffing, or a lot of them want their checks, or a lot of them want to be gone. And you got too much going on, and when you got that much going on, it's your head coach. It's your head coach because your coach should be able to squash that really fast. Whoa! Everybody, get your ass in here right now. We need to stop with this bullshit on social media and stop going at it with each other because if you continue to happen, listen, my best player is staying here. So whoever you beefing with, listen, pack your bags and go right now. So again, you got to look at all your contracts and you got to look at your guaranteed money because the guaranteed money is the one that's going to sit there and put your team in the hole. And I keep saying, Purdy is not the guy, and he's going to demand too much money and want too much money. And it ain't really Purdy. It's his agent because he's looking at a championship game last year, a Super Bowl game this year, and he's going to say, hey, you
pay that man. Get that man his money, man. He earned it, man. Not $55 million that you was talking on. Not that $55 million, but he earned some money, man. You got to get a new contract.
He's going to cripple your team. And it's just going to be Purdy and Debo out there playing because Christian McCaffrey going to be gone. Nobody's going to be gone. It's going to be a lot of your players gone.
He collapsed us completely, man. We had a rebuild. We rebuilt
with a brand new GM, head coach, and everybody.
Listen, let me cut you off, Rich. I want to keep moving. Good point, though. Look, he makes a good point. Ayuk is upward extension. Based on his body language, Tim, Rich, L, and Philip, and it's also Carl. What up? Hey, Daniel, go to your settings. You got to make sure you adjust your settings or whatever to accept it. So you got to allow for for it to be able to let you be heard with your microphone. Otherwise, it won't let you. You won't have no audio. But gotta do that your settings. Talk to Mark. He'll be able to help you out with that problem if you're online. But are you basically like, if it makes sense, and I get that. I think the thing that what I'm hearing from everybody on here, and as well as my personal assessment, I feel like they have lost faith in Kyle Shanahan right now. He's gonna have to do something to restore that faith because losing 2 times. It's one thing. Now you can come on camera. I'm going to you now if you want. It's one thing, and I said it on Sunday. It's one thing, Philip, Tim, and Rich to lose to a team, but it's another thing to lose to the same team and the same coach twice. It's hard to let that go. Go ahead, Al. Break down, man, with defensive coordinator getting let go. Was he the scapegoat or not? Or who should replace him? Should we stay in house? Is anybody on your mind? Like, go ahead, give me a breakdown of my boys as I move off of us. I got Steve. What up? I didn't even know you were going. It's Steve. Steve, I'll let you break it down, and we move forward into the next part of the topic. Go ahead, Al. Nah, yeah, unmute yourself. You muted on your side. I don't have you muted on my side. Go ahead, Al. Nah, you straight. You there. I don't know why you ain't muted on my side. Let me go to Steve in a second. Al, if you come back on, let me know. I can't hear your audio. I'm gonna try you one more time before I go to Steve. What's going on, Al? Let me hear you. Nah, you not muted, bro. What's going on with your audio, bro? I don't know what's going on. Why he getting out of here? What up, W? What up, man?
Yo, what's up?
Good. There you go. There go your audio right there. Let me see. Al, my last attempt, and it's right now while I'm passing it around. Make sure you see if I can hear you now, because I heard you earlier. Nah,
I'm just getting,
Freezing
I'm getting
up on.
loose.
Oh, go ahead, Al. Hold on, Daniel. Let me get Al in here real quick.
Okay.
I can get him. Go ahead, Daniel. Al, go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, I just was gonna say this. The good thing for you guys when you talk about defensive coordinators is that you guys have a good track record.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing you're probably gonna hire somebody in-house. I mean, the 49ers have a history from I want to go back to Singletary on up when you had Salah, and then you had Wilkes. You guys keep generating good defensive coordinators, so you're probably going to replace them with somebody that's going to allow you to play good football on the defensive side of the ball. Okay. However, I just think with all of the energy that you guys put into the last 2 seasons, because I don't just look at this season, I look at last season too. And last season, you guys really believe that was y'all Super Bowl that was taken from y'all. So you used a lot of energy to get there last year. Then Brock Purdy got hurt. Then you come back on your revenge tour. You put in the work. You get all the way there. And then you don't seal a deal.
Yeah.
So I just think going into this off season, it's going to be really, really rough. Like you already mentioned, people are pointing fingers. Some players want to get paid. It comes with the territory. And just getting back to the Super Bowl is a tough task within itself. It's really, really hard. You're talking to somebody that went through it. And on top of that, like it was already stated, I just feel like there's going to be so much happening around this organization where it's going to affect your morale, your productivity, and it's going to be hard to really, just generate that same level of energy that you just put out for the last 2 years going into this season. So I'm really interested to see how y'all going to look moving forward this year.
I like that. The morale is exactly what that sums it up. That's what I'm seeing. I know that it just happened, but Danny, you see the posture, man. They kind of giving off the vibe like all that for nothing, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they really, it's hard to bounce back from that. Oh, respect. Danny, man, what's going on? Salute, L. Great analysis. As I give Daniel, I'm gonna let you close out on this Niner portion as I move to the second part for you. Daniel is a Titan fan. First time on Fans Club. Salute to you, sir. What's going on?
What's up, everybody on the panel? I heard a couple of guys. What's up, Rich? Listen, I heard a couple of guys mention before a couple of things. I came in a little late. I heard a couple of guys talking about the game. Yes. I don't know where you wanted me to go back to. You want me to go back to my analyst?
It's your breakdown. I want you to break down who to blame for the game.
Listen, my take on the game was
also give me a breakdown of where we should go defensive coordinator wise, because that's a big thing right now.
Okay. Listen.
So go ahead, sir.
My take on the game was the first half was a tight first half. Yes. The 49ers was doing a lot of good stuff, a lot of motioning, guys going around, Debo, like the stuff you like to do, the reverse sweeps, yes. the mixing up, getting Ayuk across the middle. Where was that at with Kittles? Y'all didn't get the ball to Kittles enough. Y'all was throwing the ball to Husek. Like, okay, Husek. We ain't see Husek at all with playoffs, but you brought him out in the Super Bowl. Cool. Yeah. I give you that. The mistakes I was making was you got 3 running backs. Once McCaffrey fumbled that first time, okay, it's cool because remember the Super Bowl, we go back to Washington when they played the Super Bowl. Timmy Smith ran for 200 and something yards in the Super Bowl. So when y'all was putting Mason in, and I talked to my brother because he's a 49er fan too. So y'all got 2 other running backs. That other running back came in, was getting 8 yards a pop, 6 yards a pop, and y'all took him out. I ain't never seen him the rest of the game.
Nope.
So who's to blame for that? That's Mike Shanahan.
Head coach.
Right there. That's the head coach right there. Y'all was doing a lot of great stuff. Y'all slowed Kansas City down.
Yeah.
And I kept texting my brother. He kept texting me. Somebody said it on the panel already. Not enough points. Not enough points.
Yep.
When y'all came out in that third quarter, I'm going to skip to the third quarter of the game. When Kansas City turned that ball over, y'all was on the 44-yard line. You got no points. You was on their 44-yard line, and you got no points.
Mm-hmm. We didn't run one.
Y'all didn't run until y'all abandoned the running game for some crazy ass reason, and you was winning. You was winning. I kept sending texts out. I know we got a group text going on, and I kept sending texts out. I said, "This is it. Go in there and get a touchdown. That's the kill shot."
Yeah.
You didn't never land the kill shot. You had him on the ropes. But you never landed that kill shot. You had him. You had him beat. I don't want to hear what nobody say about anything. You had them beat. They were beat. That first half, y'all was smothering them. Yes. Okay, y'all want to talk about Wilks and his defensive calls.
Yes.
Beautiful. Listen, the front 4, y'all was just rushing 4 in the first half. Y'all wasn't doing all that blitzing. Yep. That was the system to stay with. Stay in coverage. Somebody mentioned Greenlaw getting hurt too. That was another thing.
Yep.
When Greenlaw went out, because Greenlaw was manning up with him, running around with him, stopping him. Kelsey only had 1 catch.
Let me pause that for a second, Daniel. Let me ask y'all a question on the Greenlaw. Have y'all ever seen a player get hurt coming off the field?
That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I've never seen that in my history of watching football. Y'all ever seen that?
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. I thought he was like trying not to step on the field because it might have been a penalty. So I didn't even know he was hurt. But that was his calf. That was his calf rolling up into, that was his Achilles rolling up into his calf. Yeah, that was his shit popping. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought he was trying to like stay off the field because he was leaning over. I said, he probably didn't want to get flagged for getting on the field. And he fucked around and maybe twist his ankle. But then when I seen him getting carted off, I'm like, what is it? What the fuck just happened?
Crazy.
That was crazy. That's what cost y'all.
Yeah.
Him getting hurt. Steve Wilks was playing front 4. He was just rushing the front 4. Bolson was doing a great job.
Yes.
Great job doing with the front 4. Steve Wilks started coming in calling 0 blitzes. I don't know why he was doing that, but Mahomes was eating that shit up. He was 6 of 8 on those blitzes like that when y'all was blitzing them.
Right.
That's why Shanahan ran down there one time and called a timeout.
He did.
He called a timeout because he's like, you 0 blitzing. Remember that game go back to Minnesota when he did that shit? That all stems back from that.
Meat potatoes. Go ahead.
that all stems back from that Minnesota game when he gave up that 0 blitz with 16 seconds at midfield.
Yes.
Yo, listen, Purdy played a great fucking game. He missed some throws, but that was Shanahan. Somebody also on the panel said, I think it was Richie that said they tried to put the ball in Purdy's hand once again, like he did in that Baltimore game. You're trying to put the ball in Purdy's hand and say, go win the game, buddy. Just wing it.
I like that. Thank you, Danny. I like good breakdown. And y'all got a part. Danny hasn't been on. This is first time on Fans Club, so he'll know to keep it clean. So I had to let it ride. I didn't want to cut him off, but you start appreciate. I trying to monetize. I can't
All right. I'm learning.
Church
That's
Danny.
a great breakdown. All y'all nuggets, and trust me, I'm taking notes because nothing y'all said is off limits to what I've expressed to Mark. But me and Mark right after the Super Bowl, me and Rick so y'all, it's genuine hate. I respect it, Rick, but you got points. It makes sense. It is some real stuff. Steve, if you there, let me hear your audio first before I go to Mark, because you was on here before. Salute. You go. Let me hear you, Steve, if you're there. All right, he might be just watching. All right, so I'm gonna come back to you, Steve. If your audio come on, you gotta let me know. Mark, what's going on, man? Salute. I'm moving.
What's up, fellas?
I don't want to take all that time on my numbers, but y'all giving me nuggets that I'm excited to the people that are called the faithful, and I'm gonna let them watch y'all break us down that is not Niner fans, so they can give some arguments to your claim. Mark, meat and potatoes. I've been on us for an hour. Go ahead, sir.
Well, everyone who watches the show would know that I call the overtime. I called that like 2 weeks ago. Actually, I called the double overtime. I also called that Purdy would have a decent game. I think y'all played good, man. I think y'all played good. I mean, y'all played good enough to take the best player in football in the overtime in the Super Bowl. So, like I said, I don't have nothing. Like I told you before, there's nothing for you to be ashamed about. I'm almost 100% positive. The rest of the world, like myself, we ecstatic that you did go home empty-handed. So, I'm not going to sit and act like I feel that sorry for you, because I don't.
Blame, though. I need you to put it out there to the world. It's documented. Rick gave me his. Timmy gave me his. Phil gave me his. Al gave me his. Daniel gave me his. Who do you blame on this? Is it the defensive coordinator? Was it rightfully so? On Shanahan? Who you got as the blame?
I put the blame squarely on Shanahan and the shot he played calling down the stretch. I think he got away from his bread and butter. I think he, like Danny just said, why would Juszczyk get more passes thrown his way than Kittle's, And it just showed the fault in his game calling when the game is big. What we have noticed about him is during the regular season, he can dominate. He has no problem shutting everything down, making sure his defense is sound, his offense is on, running like a well-oiled machine. But if we're going off of history and your history in the games that you basically needed, he shrank in those moments. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't come through like the powerhouse that y'all was during the regular season going into the playoffs, and especially against Kansas City at this point. So they're definitely the thorn in your side, man.
So let me ask you, Mark, in terms of percentage, I think out of 100%, how much of the blame do you give him? Like, you got 35? 55? Like, what do you give him in terms of?
I always give the coach 100% of the blame. You can't dish it out any other way. I'm not going to blame the defense coordinator because he's the head coach. He had enough gumption in him to call a timeout to fix the injustice defense coordinator, defense. He's done that. He did that in the Super Bowl. So it all falls on the head coach, the leader, and he shrank in that moment. Whatever you did in the first half, he went away from all of that until, you kind of needed it to count. But even the players said, if it's 4th down and 4, why we're not going for it, knowing that Kansas City is going to take touchdowns to beat them. So that's all on the coach, man. Clearly right on his doorstep.
Look, let me give it to you now because I owe it to you. You nailed 98% of that other than the score. Outside of the score, you nailed everything else. I got to give it to him. Y'all can hate him y'all want, but offline, I talked to him. I think he did it documented. He said that it was going to play out literally to overtime. He had Purdy, caught a bunch of stuff. But right here, man, Mark, you earned that.
You have reached Guru status.
98%, man. Other than the result, you would have got the look. I owed it to you. Hold that.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Tim, salute, bro. Salute. I'm coming back. So listen, I'm going around. I'm making sure I get everybody's opinion. So when I put it out there to my nation, to my faithful, that they. Oh, can you hear me? You can hear me?
Who?
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, Rich, I
You're
don't know
not
what's going
clear.
on. Rich,
I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me now?
Fix
Nah,
your mic.
that's his
Can't
end
hear
because
you.
I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on. You should be. I'm here. I can definitely hear you. Timmy said he was going.
It sounds like your mic is being covered.
Yo, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
All right, so my quick analysis, real quick before I handle what I gotta handle. I agree with most of the points that I've heard from. I didn't hear everybody's point because I got on a little late. I didn't even know y'all was gonna have it. But I agree with most of the points that I heard from everybody, and Marcus 100%. You do gotta put the onus on the coach. But here's the thing that nobody mentioned, at least that I heard.
I'm listening.
Kansas City was prepared for overtime. I feel like y'all wasn't prepared for overtime. That's why they deferred. I feel like Kansas City was prepared for overtime. They went into it expecting that. Like, Daniel was 100% right when he said y'all abandoned the running game. You could even hear the announcers pleading with y'all to run the ball. They like, why they not running the ball? Even the announcers were saying it. Like, why isn't San Francisco running the ball? You got the lead. You got to put your foot on their neck, man. You can't just let up. You let up, you're essentially letting them back in the game. And even with Steve Wilks, if you're saying that he's the reason, the coach has an opportunity to veto any defensive play call, offensive play call. So you got to put it on the coach. Bad play calling, I would say. And then there's times where I see Purdy had an opportunity to make key throws to Ayuk or to somebody giving me feedback, bro. But key throws to Ayuk, and he just couldn't make the throw because he had defense in his face. He wasn't. There was times towards the end I didn't see him protected well.
Right.
So I just think Kansas City. I think Andy Reid essentially outcoached your boy Shanahan. And that to me is what it all boils down to.
Wow. You said out coach. I ain't hear nobody say that tonight. I was trying not to throw that out there because that's my coach. But when you lose to somebody, look, when you lose to the same coach twice, he owns you. It's nothing I can say. It's nothing I can't lie. He owns you. Like, we can't beat Kansas City. We're 0-4 against Kansas City. We've never beaten Mahomes, man. So under Shanahan, we've never beaten them regular season or Super Bowl. So until otherwise, I have nothing to say. Good breakdown, Steve.
Bro, y'all ain't beat him when he had Tyreek, and now y'all can't beat him when he got Kadarius Toney. Come on, bro.
Look,
he didn't even play. Kadarius Toney ain't even play.
With the Jets wasn't even using them. That's the wide receiver that the Jets would go, right?
Yeah, he would get it. He would do stupid stuff like he did when he lined up offsides with Kansas City. He would do stupid stuff like that with the Giants. Giants love him. He had a lot of potential. He just he was he did boneheaded stuff.
Well, he didn't even play. They didn't even suit him up for the Super Bowl. They let Toney sit that one out. How you gonna?
It's a reason, bro. It's a reason.
That says a lot. Listen, thank you for that. Is there anybody else that I missed? Call, please. I need a Niner fan. Call. I need you on screen. If you are here, sir, I need you to go and give our last breakdown on the Niners. Rich, hold that until call. Call. If you there, let me hear you or let me see you. Let me hear you, sir. You. Go ahead, sir. Carl, let me hear you.
It was on the coach, offense coordinator.
I'm gonna put it up for you. I'm gonna put it up
I'm
for
gonna
you
put some
right
blame
now. So
on. We'll put some of this
Go
blame
ahead.
on Wilks too.
Okay, I'm listening.
0 blitzes that he was calling again. It was a lot of things he was doing wrong in that game.
You sound hurt. Yo, Carl, I hear you, man. You sound hurt, brother. I get it. I wish.
I'm still hurting from this one, man.
Look, Look, we here, brother. Go ahead, sir. My bad. I had to say it.
We should get a great defensive coordinator. Everybody say old, but he always had a great defense and still know how to play defense. Belichick, if he out there, I'll take him.
Ooh, I don't see Belichick taking a lesser role other than a head coach. I think he's so high
that's
profile.
what it is.
He's too far gone to take a reduced role.
His pride.
Thank you,
That's like
Steve.
I said, he might not take that role, but
Thank
he
you.
would be a good fit because he always got defense.
Let me ask you, Carl. What you think of Vrabel? You think Bird? I kind of like Vrabel. I'm not gonna lie. They threw Vrabel out there. What you think about him? Actually, I should be asking Danny about that.
Definitely. Vrabel, he okay. I don't think he should be the first option. I don't think he should be first option. If we could snatch one of Georgia defensive coordinators that they was talking about, he specialized in linebackers, the front seven. That's what we're looking for. Because Wilkes is like his specialty is the secondary. We need somebody that can coach up that front seven.
That's a fact.
Shazier out there, we should snatch him back up from the Titans.
Look, taking notes. All right, go ahead. You want it?
And another receiver. If Debo and Ayuk can't work it out, I say we trade Debo before Ayuk.
I did see that. I think Mark or Rich, somebody threw that out there on the chat about trade bait.
What happened with Jennings?
No, it was Rich. Rich threw that out there about Debo for trade bait. I didn't consider that until I looked at Debo, just because of the getting hurt thing. So that's the only part that made me kind of like, that's interesting because
Ayuk is a better route runner.
What happened to Jennings? Y'all just gave Debo all that money 2 years ago.
We paying $28 million for a Gaggy player. So
I don't think we can afford Ayuk and Debo. Ayuk's posture tells me he's ready to go.
Ayuk is the odd man out, man. Y'all just gave Debo all that money 2 years ago.
Ayuk ready to go.
Hold that thought real quick. Danny, let me.
Hey, Mike, but what about Jennings?
Jennings is a free agent, so he's gonna go get his money. He might go to y'all because he's a free agent. He's only getting paid like $1 million with us for the 1 year, and he's completed that, so he's an unrestricted free agent that can go wherever.
I've been wanting him. Remember, I told you that before.
Yeah. Look, 6'3", 215. Go get him straight from Tennessee, University of Tennessee. Go snatch him up, man. He's gonna get his money. I think that Super Bowl performance, because he was literally the guy that was doing everything for us. I think he earns his money. Somebody gonna give him number 1 or number 2 money so he can go get that bag, but we won't be able to do it, I don't think. Danny, let me ask you, Carl. Hold that thought. Don't look, we good. Y'all rolling, man. Y'all give me meat and potatoes, which is meaning give me the bulk of what you're trying to say. But Danny, Vrabel, man, is that somebody we should look at? You know him personally. Let me know. Give me some stuff. Oh, let me unmute you. Let me see if you're muted. You might be muted. 1 second, Danny. Let me go up to you and see. Yeah, you are muted. My bad. Go ahead. Let me know.
All right, listen. I think Vrabel. You can hear me, Vrabel would be a great upgrade for y'all because y'all got the talent. Vrabel made great defense with us, and we didn't have nothing on defense. So I think Vrabel would be great for your team. I just don't know if Vrabel want to take a reduced role after being the head coach for 6 years. But if he want to win a ring, and y'all right there, y'all right on the cusp, there's no reason why y'all shouldn't be back in that game next year with more experience. But y'all are going to lose some defensive players. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose some defensive players. Yeah. You're going to lose Chase Young. You're going to use Gregory. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a couple of players you're gonna lose out on. I wouldn't mind having Chase Young even on the Titans. We do need an edge rusher. But Vrabel will be a great pickup for y'all. I heard Carlton say something about Belichick. Belichick need to be the head coach of that team because if Belichick had that 10-point lead, that game is over.
Man, a brother can dream and imagine, right?
But they're not gonna. You can't fire a Super Bowl coach. Even if he lost the Super Bowl, you can't fire Shanahan. He's too good. He's going to get another job. Yeah. But the only thing about Shanahan is he get tight, and sometimes he just try to put the ball in. He gets tight. When the going gets tough, he get tight. Good. And that's all it is. Mm-hmm. He get tight.
Yeah.
He get tight. There's no reason why you should have 3 10-point leads and 3 Super Bowls and lose every game. There's no reason for that. There's no reasoning behind that.
I don't understand the logic, man. I don't understand how he's aggressive and then he stopped being aggressive and everything like that. Let me post some of these comments that's coming in. Shout out to y'all that's watching us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching us. Salute to you. I got some comments coming in. Garcia. And oh yeah, by the way, panel, if you're on this screen, I need y'all to hit that share button. If you're on screen, so people can see that you online. Ayuk is in his mouth talking. Ayuk is his mouthpiece. Trade him now. Yeah, I did see her video where she was talking about we gonna have to probably leave San Francisco. Don't be having your women online speaking for you, man. It's not a good look, man. I mean. But pillow talk, you can't do that to the public, man. But yeah, everything says to me, Tyson, that I think he just can't bounce back from that. I think he feel like he could have done more in that Super Bowl, especially the wide open touchdown that got missed. Like Rich pointed out, Purdy didn't, could have probably avoided Chris Jones, but yeah, man, it's gonna be hard to bounce back. So we might lose him. Let me continue on from that. Shout out to you, Tyson. Lamar said, I need to hear from Mark tonight. Look, get ready. I'm coming back to you. So I'm just making sure everybody gets off. I don't want to restrict nobody. Mark, also, if you're still on here. And then Tyson said again, 49 is about to hire a D coordinator from No, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. We reduce my boys to that right now. It's right now.
Oh yeah, shots fired.
Right. The disrespect, but we earned it because we blew it. Man, I'm off my Niners. Rich, I'll give you the last thing to say that you had on the Niners as I transition off of them. By the way, I got my cousin in the building. I wish I could set him up, but I'm live on air, so I can't do it. But Pittsburgh is in the building. Tomlin, come on screen real quick. Come say what's up to the people, man. Mark, Rich, go ahead, break your thing now while Raheem come over and say what's up to y'all.
Hey, I love my boy.
What's up, bro?
Pittsburgh in the building. They got Titans, Pittsburgh, Eagles, Raiders, Giants. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Rich.
Raheem, go pull up a chair, Raheem. Sit down, relax yourself. Let's go.
Yeah. Pull up a chair, bro.
Pull up a chair.
Y'all cold, man.
You here. But anyway.
Right, go ahead, Rich, close out my Niners. Go ahead.
Hey, my boy Mark always gets guru status, but I don't get mine when I call it. And
you didn't let me tell you, guru.
Mark, hold on. 2 weeks before that game, I told you guys that KC was going to win because that they play the Raiders every year and that they know how to handle Vegas.
You was hating, though.
Huh? I didn't say that? Man, check my receipts. Anyway, that they know how to handle all the distractions that come with Vegas, to knock on the door late at night, this and that, and so then what happens with San Fran? They come out there drunk, they're out there partying, they act like they won the Super Bowl already. Bruh, y'all didn't even play the game and you out here drinking and celebrating, coming out there with a big boom box. Man, y'all don't get out of here with the BS stuff that y'all came out there acting like y'all want to sit there and overshadow Taylor Swift. Y'all can't do that.
Yo, what I tell y'all?
They did.
Her name get
Mike.
muted. Richie get muted for saying her name.
Mike.
That name on here, man.
Listen, y'all came out there that big boom box, not me.
He right?
Mike, no, I'm not about the Taylor Swift thing. He right about y'all coming out there drunk
we was kind of
and not being able to handle the Vegas life. He right about that part. And why did you give Mark guru status? He didn't have.
He named before. Y'all don't know. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but he called the overtime for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he said San Francisco was gonna win in double overtime. Yeah, you can't give him guru status for that.
But everything else he actually called, and
all he called was double overtime. He had San Francisco.
Hey, ho, Stevie, if you look at previous shows. If you look at previous shows, which you will not
to get my moderating job because Mike giving too many people guru status.
I'm giving him. Y'all can't be perfect. I gotta give you when you get the bulk. You're calling an overtime in the Super Bowl. That's a pretty good prediction. I gotta get
Yo, my
There's
predictions
nobody.
be super close, and you never give me guru
Nah, you
status. That's
can't. You had
crazy.
Michigan winning by like 50 points.
Hey, hey, Mike.
And Michigan
Hey,
won.
Mike.
And
Hey,
Michigan
Mike.
won, and y'all still ain't recognized that.
Hey, Mike.
You missed an episode. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Mike.
I gotta move on from this.
Hey, Mike, how many months ago did I tell you that Taylor Swift would be kissing Travis Kelce on the field before I changed my mind to y'all? And the only reason I changed my mind to y'all was because I told you at the week of the Super Bowl, Brock Purdy signed an exclusive contract to be the face of GMC. That's what made me change it, which is not GMC, I'm sorry, a Toyota, which is the official sponsor of the Super Bowl and NFL. But Steve, what I will say to my credit is, if you go through this whole year, the whole year, I call the Philadelphia whole season. I literally call a Super Bowl down to a T almost. I already called Taylor Swift and let Mike know the impact on everything like that. So it's
Cowboys and Eagles and
yeah, I called all of that. I said that they was gonna lose.
Because I call Philly season. I call Philly being exposed. I've been told Mike about the whole.
Not on this show, you didn't. Not on this show, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Ask Mike.
You can't whisper stuff. You
And
gotta
I've
say
been
it live
saying
on
for
the
the
show.
longest Kansas City and San Francisco.
You can't whisper.
Move on, but guess what? Because there's a lot of y'all gave a lot of facts. Rick gave a lot of facts. Mark gave a lot of facts. Steven, this thing that you gave, Philip probably would have called some too had he been on here, but he wasn't on here. But tonight, I give y'all all y'all props, man. Y'all earned. I like the breakdown, and there's some stuff that y'all did predict. So I got.
You have reached Guru status.
I don't want to share guru status with everybody.
My Kansas City question. Let me ask my cuz here. Is Tomlin safe? Talk to us about Tomlin real quick as I get your Steelers, sneak your Steelers in, man. Talk to us about the Steelers, man.
Tomlin is, one of the winners. Tomlin is one of the most winningest coaches in NFL history, so I feel like his job should always be safe no matter what.
Who your quarterback?
That's our problem. Like, I figure if the quarterback situation is situated, we'll be good, man. But right now, we got this quarterback. Hopefully, we get my man from Chicago, though. When we get my man from Chicago, we gonna be problems.
You can have Tannehill.
And
Ain't nobody on this panel with a star scared of Pittsburgh. I'm just letting you know. You play me next year. So watch your words, because they might come back to haunt you. We bully the bully. Just remember, we bully the bully. So just remember that.
I'm Titans know about those Pittsburgh Steelers, though. They know about them. I don't know. Listen, man, let me keep it moving. Real quick.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Yeah, one more thing, man. When I was on this show, man, I told the Raiders that we was gonna stomp them out.
While we talk about the Steelers and the Raiders, we didn't even talk about Kansas City.
Hey, what I would like to know, hey, man, I would like to ask Steve a question. Can I ask Stevie a question, please?
Let him address the Raider fan first, because he wasn't on here. Rich ducked that week. Go ahead, talk.
What was that? Mike?
Oh no, I was just saying that I told you that we was gonna stomp y'all out when we played y'all, man. When I was last on this show, man.
You missed that.
What was that?
I forgot the Raiders when y'all played Pittsburgh.
Who said what? I didn't hear. I didn't hear. Say it again.
Don't worry about it.
Raiders suck, man. That's what he said. Raiders suck.
Who said that?
Hold on, yo. Somebody give me mass feedback. I gotta mute somebody line real quick. I gotta move forward. Hold on one second. Yeah, I knew that's what it was. Steve is your line. Nope. No, it ain't you actually.
That's Mark.
It's Mark. Hey, Mark, it might be you.
You're quick to say it's Steve and Mark. I know
it ain't me.
Hold on, man. I get your audio right. Is it Rick? Maybe it's Rich. Rich, yes, you, because the way you are, you got the spotty Wi-Fi up in the hotel. So sorry.
It's funny that it's Richie and he said it was me.
I always say it's you every time.
No, but Richie said it was me and it was him.
Let me read some more of these comments. Thank y'all for being with us,
That's
man.
what happened when
This
you
is
ain't
like
win a Super Bowl since '82.
I got a lot of requests out here, messages. So let me put another one up here. Many blessings, fellas. 49ers are straight bums. I'm not mad at that. I don't think we're gonna do it, but he definitely need an offensive coordinator, in my opinion. He gotta get an offensive coordinator. Tyson also said Ayuk side chick. Yeah, we read that one already, and then let me see what Lamar had to say before I move on to the next part. I need to hear from Mark. You definitely gonna hear from Mark on this next part right here. And let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else. Oh, guys, the Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs a fresh start. Tomlin is great, but he needs to part ways.
Yes. Time for a change.
Why is this a conversation when Pitts? Never mind.
You missed it, man. You missed it.
Could I ask Stevie a question, please?
Go to my next part. Go ahead. Steve coming back for his co-moderator job. You're right, Al. You were absolutely right. Look, give me a break. I ain't mad at him. Go ahead, Mark. What's your question?
Stevie, I'm not exactly sure where you pick. Do you think that y'all gonna move on from Daniel Jones, or y'all gonna give him another year or two?
Let me give you the PC answer because we live.
Philip, you next.
I'll tell you offline, but no, they not gonna move on from Daniel Jones, and we all know why. I just can't say it because we live. They not moving on from Daniel Jones.
Why? Because you white.
Real quick,
You
Stevie,
said it, Richie, not me. You said it, Richie, not me.
Yo, this to add on to that, Stevie.
Not me.
If you happen to lose Barkley, do you think that y'all would just say hypothetically you lose Barkley?
Barkley? We in contract. We in conversation with Barkley right now as we speak.
No, I read that
right
too,
now,
Stevie.
As we speak, I can tell you down to the dollar amount.
I read that too, Stevie. But with all things, not everything that good is gold. I'm just saying hypothetically, because there's a hypothetical. Because if someone happens to throw him a little bit more than what you throwing him, because you signed him to a franchise tag. No, not the Cowboys. I'm not. No, I got my eye in Tennessee. My eye is in Tennessee. Just to let you know that I don't need Barkley. I'm looking at that big tank down in Tennessee that Danny and them might not want no more and want to part ways with. So I need that to come. I need a king to run the ball for us. That's what I need. But I'm just saying, do you think if you just happen to lose Barkley, that would give y'all the incentive to get a new quarterback and move on from Daniel Jones and start from with a new quarterback on? I'm just asking, hypothetically, not what you're seeing in the news, just hypothetically.
Are you asking my opinion or you? Or
yeah, your opinion.
Are you asking me what do I think the Giants will do?
I'm asking your opinion on what you think the Giants would do if a scenario came up where Barkley ends up leaving for more money and you sitting there and you have a top flight quarterback in your face. Do you think that maybe y'all would pull the trigger on that or make resigning on Barkley more of a priority? That's all.
I feel like resigning Barkley should be a priority, but me being a Giants fan, as long as I've been a Giants fan and knowing what the organization is gonna do, they're more interested in keeping Daniel Jones than Barkley. They believe in Daniel Jones, bro. They believe in him. I mean, you said something way back when we first got Daboll and showing as our GM and a coach. They familiar with a quarterback of his skill set. They like him, so they feel like they can work with him. It's just a matter of him staying healthy. They believe in Daniel Jones. I'm not saying I don't believe in Daniel Jones, but at some point, if he was, like Richie said, another color, any other organization would have moved on from him.
Thank you, man. I like the sidebar. Thank you, Steve, for putting that out there.
Thanks, Steve.
Tyson said trade Jones and Barkley for picks, and he also said Minshew would win more games than Jones on the cheap side too. Hard to mention. I didn't think about that.
What team is he a fan of?
Huh? Yeah,
what
who you like? You gotta put that out there, man. You can't be in the shadows and
Minnesota. Minnesota.
Not the same Minnesota team that Daniel Jones beat in the playoffs last year.
I love it.
He ain't on here talking to hear same Minnesota fan that lost to Daniel Jones in the playoff last year.
He said Vikings.
Yeah, that Minnesota team.
He repping them Vikings out there in them streets.
The Vikings team that lost to Daniel Jones in the playoff. Okay.
He said Steve just dropped crazy facts on Jones. I like it. I got to move on to my next topic because I put a lot of time into my Niners, but I think y'all. So, Philip, I'm back to you. So you can look. You was first. You had to wait for 10 people. Thank you for your patience. Philip, here's a question, and ignore the Cowboys feeling on here. I need your honest assessment, and I'm gonna give you some facts on that.
I'm gonna move the hell out the way for this question so you can look at that damn state flag in the back with this crazy question. Go ahead.
Chill, Mark. I got you.
Including the Pittsburgh fan. I'm gonna give you why I posed this question, and it wasn't just to troll Mark. It's a legitimate thing I assessed and I thought about it. The Golden Boy quarterback. Right? They got Hall-of-Fame coach, arguably a lovable teddy bear that everybody loves. Got the resume to prove it. They got the young lady in the relationship with the time, which we see what they can do. And Super Bowls. How is he not America's team? Go ahead, Philip. You tell me.
I would say honestly, and then Mark's sitting there like, I don't want to hear this. But in all seriousness though, this is something I looked up earlier when you sent in the group chat. This is something I looked up in the group chat. When you put it in the group chat, I looked it up. And they've been called America's team since 1978 because they've been the most televised team, more than the president, or just about the same amount as the president. So the Cowboys got that. You feel what I'm saying? The only thing is, Mark can hate me for this, and I'm an Eagles fan, so I really don't like the Cowboys for real. With this Taylor Swift situation, they getting a lot more television time, a lot of FaceTime, Super Bowl things, all that stuff aside. The reason why the Cowboys got the term America's team was because of they were broadcasted. People saw them more. That's why. But now with the Chiefs and this Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes being the poster boy for the NFL for real. I mean, that'll be something. And this is just off of information that I analyzed and I went and looked up.
Hold on, Steve. I gotta let it rock. I'm going around. I got you.
Like that's what I seen. That's what I seen. So if you ask anybody who literally like, all right, this is entertainment because that's what they call it too, entertainment. They probably gonna say, yeah, that's America's team now. And they won back to back. They got Patrick Mahomes. He won 3 MVPs. They got the celebrity thing going on with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And then Taylor Swift is that person at right now at the time. So this is what it is. So in my eyes, though, I hate the Cowboys. I wouldn't take that name from them. But Kansas City, I mean, they stay in their claim. I'll say that.
Legitimate. Look, he assessed. I watched, and I seen how America responded, Philip. So I couldn't just ignore it when I looked at that. They the sweethearts right now, man. Thank you for that. Thank you for your breakdown on that. Before I go to Rich, go ahead, Steve. Go ask your question before I go to Rich.
Real quick. You got to think about it too.
Hold on, Steve.
You got to think about it too. They bought what was it? 331 million to the NFL.
A ton. Yep.
The girl cat worth more than a lot of us. So that says a lot right there. Like the girl cat net worth is crazy. Yeah. So just imagine what it's doing right now. So I mean, just put all that into perspective outside of the achievements for the team in itself. If we're looking at overall, then we gotta have a conversation.
It's hard to argue that, man. I wanted to put it out there for y'all to think about.
Y'all didn't mention
completely. He got a slap on his back, but the rest of us that have nothing to do with that star, when we do a fair assessment, market value, kind of hard to argue. I know Mark gonna use the Cowboys is the most expensive franchise. I get that. I'm just talking about
in the world over Real Madrid in the world. over the Yankees in the world. Number one franchise on the planet. That means if you go to Mars, Mercury, Venus, Uranus, and you say what's the number one franchise on the planet Earth, they're going to say the Dallas Cowboys. You don't take a nickname that you didn't earn. And it's sickening me to sit here and have to listen to this crap.
From you.
Listen, out of 15 games, Cowboys headline at least 7 of those games as the most watched game on the league. You take me away from the NFL, you'll be the USFL, XFL.
Let me say this. I took it from you.
No, please just make me laugh, man. Make me laugh, bro.
I never took it from you. I ain't never taken it from Dallas.
No, not you, Phil. I'm talking about this ludicrous question. The fact that he has to listen. Kansas City is like y'all, Mike, because for
let me say something.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Stevie.
I got you.
Hold on, before y'all both go. Casey, who's watching, said Casey, the new Patriots, and Brady, they are American darling.
No.
Can't be wrong, and Swift being connected to the team is a cherry on top. That is a fact. Look, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you because you own that fact when you said that.
Let me tell you McBoo from now on. Richie, your new name is McBoo. Your new name is Rick Booth. Go ahead, Chaos. K. I'm not even going to call you Chaos no more. I'm going to give your name to somebody else, K. Please go ahead, please.
So let me say this.
Let's take on that too, Mr. Pittsburgh fan. Don't sit here and ignore it because y'all got a historic history like them. So I want to know if you feel the same way. Go ahead, Steve. It's on you.
So y'all forgot when y'all was saying all of that about Kansas City, y'all forgot to mention Andy Reid. The NFL love Andy Reid too.
I said that. I said that.
But let me bring y'all all back down to earth because I hate the Cowboys. Don't get me wrong. I love Mahomes. I hate the Cowboys. But let's be honest. Listen. I just speak facts. That's all that is. But let's be honest, bro. And I think it was Carlton that said it. He said Kansas City is the New England Patriots. That's a fact. They are. But what he didn't get right was all they are is the prom queens right now. That's it. They the prom queens right now. I hate to say it, but Dallas been America's team for too long to try to say that now. The reason that they still relevant and they haven't won a Super Bowl since '96 proves that they are America's team.
In what regard, though?
But let me real
because
quick,
they're always relevant. Like he said, they always televised. I don't understand how they be televised.
I never understood that either.
All the pundits, always the talking heads, always got Dallas in their mouth, no matter what. Like they're one of the main topic of conversation. And you said yourself, Mike, a lot of players in the league use Dallas as trade bait.
Yeah.
To get better offers from other teams.
I got you, Philip.
You got to understand what I said. When I said what I said distinctly. I can't take it from them. I never took it from the Cowboys. I never took it. When we talk analysis and what's being said or being shown, I'm going to speak the truth. I never took it from the Cowboys. Never. I said that. I said, I can't take it from you. That's why I said, Mark, I got you. You can't take it from the Cowboys. This legendary stuff. I told you when it came from. You feel what I'm saying? But I did state the claim of why Kansas City right now is being questioned to be that. You get what I'm saying? So don't try to jump on me. I'm gonna stand my ground and let you know what I said. I said what I said.
Hey, you gotta read that comment.
But I'm not taking it.
Phil, you gotta read that comment.
But I take that.
Phil, I'm 100% with you, Phil. What I'm saying is you can't. First and foremost, let's all get this straight. Cowboys never named themselves America's team. American team was given to them by NFL Film, and that's a fact. Now let's go. Let's do this history thing. We went through history. Let's do history. One point, the Niners. One point, the Niners was sweethearts, right? They couldn't get America's team. Pittsburgh got 6 Super Bowls. Guess what? They can't be America's team. New England Patriots got 6 Super Bowls. Guess what? They can't be America's team. You know why? Right. Because we're the most televised, most compelling, best talent. All the way around is always must-watch TV, like Stevie said. One thing you will never be able to do is duplicate the star. You won't be able to duplicate Jerry World. You won't be able to duplicate the magnetism of the biggest fan base in NFL, period, bar none. When I tell you it's a privilege to be the #1 franchise on the planet while you Niner Nation and it's Oakland County and it's Pittsburgh side block and Philadelphia slumlords, it's Dallas Cowboys in the penthouse. Don't ever forget that, man. The 5 Super Bowls, like I said, and I always say, I've lost more Super Bowls than teams been through. I've been to 9. Let's not ever confuse that. Nobody's been to more Super Bowls than the Dallas Cowboys. That's earned, and you can't just strip away. Now, no, I will give Mahomes and them credit.
Are you gonna? I want to hear your argument for why they're not, because they
wait. Would you like Stevie said? We got a lot of prom queens, and it's always good prom queens. And right now, they are the hottest thing out. I'll give them that. Nobody paying attention to small ass Kansas City, Missouri, bro. Let me explain something to you. I could fit Kansas City in the side of the Star Stadium and let them play there. But don't ever get it twisted, dog. No matter how, you can duplicate it. You can try to copy it. You can sit there and try to make replicas. There's only one, man. There's only one. And that name is synonymous with the Dallas Cowboys. I know it kills you, Pittsburgh, because you got 6, but nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Stevie, Phil, thank you for standing up for me. Stevie, thank you, Phil, for standing up for me, man. I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you too. Mike, I know your game, and guess what? You don't have 6, and you still not American Steve.
I've been all over. I've been all over the United States, whatever, and it still says everywhere I go, brother.
Everywhere.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Bro, if I was in the hood all day long, I wear black and yellow too to make sure the cops don't shoot me. You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely 100% right.
Can I be real with y'all?
Hey, man.
Can I be real with y'all as a person that lives in the South?
Man, you can't
take
that.
Hold on. Casey said Casey are the new Patriots and Brady. They are America's darling, can't do no wrong, and Swift being connected to the team is a cherry on top. I read that one. Let me go to the next one. Terrence has something to say. Terrence said, get him. I'm assuming he's talking to Steve or Mark, whoever was talking about the Cowboys. You know how he do. And Tyson said, Dallas Cowboys are like Al Bundy. Remember when I scored 4
Hey, listen, all I'm gonna do is repeat what Stevie said to you, Tyson. You lost to the Giants. So if you lost to the Giants with home field advantage, I'm gonna repeat what Stevie said. And you don't have any Super Bowls. Remember that. You remember it's bad being ringless with 4 fingers and no rings on it.
I appreciate that comment. I like that one, man. That was a good one.
Oh yeah, shots fired.
Keep it moving, man. Let me keep moving. Reading the rest of these that came in because I want y'all to respond. Rich, he said because Jerry Jones. He said the reason why they still relevant is because Jerry Jones got folks on the tape. What you think about that, Rich? In terms of that's why they're always relevant. He out there dishing that money, making sure their name is always front and center. What you think? That's on you, Rich.
Internet.
Rich is muted.
Oh, are you? You're not muted on my side, Rich. Go ahead. You might have to unmute yourself. I don't know what's going on with his thing. Let me keep it going on my side.
I'll say this.
He cleaned up the Super Bowl.
He said, so was he talking about me when he said he wants smoke?
Yeah, he was talking about you. I don't know, Terrence, who was you talking about? He was talking about Tyson.
I think he was talking about me because I also saw him say cut his mic off.
Oh yeah, he
was about to cut his mic off too. Why? Because I'm gonna speak facts. I started off my statement with saying I looked this up. It started in 1978. It was given by broadcasters. They was more televised than the president. I said that. So like I said, I'm gonna always stand on what I said. So at the end of the day, like I said, Mark, I got you.
Listen. We the only team. We the only team that ever play. We the only team that ever play when the president gets shot. So Kennedy got killed, and that Sunday we brought America together. The America's team brought America together. So don't get it. We the only team that ever had Michael Jackson in the Super Bowl. While y'all got y'all Ushers and y'all got Janet Jackson, we have Michael Jackson. So when we talking the biggest and the baddest, just remember the buck stops here first. It stops here first, and then it trickles down, son.
Remember, the New England Patriots brought the country together after 9/11. So you can't say that. Because remember, that was the year 9/11 was the same year that they won. So it was kind of ironic that that's the team that won, but that's who won the Super Bowl that year. So, and you know, people was
the America's team. We having a conversation about who could be America's team, but there's only one. Hey Richie, hey Phil, your new name is Max. Richie, your new name is Phil. I'm changing names, dog. That's what we doing today. So you know what? It ain't the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the Pittsburgh Niners now. That's United Nations Steelers Nation. United Nations. Let's just give away names.
They firing off. He said, Tyson said Patriots wasn't America's team, and hence the name Patriots. Can't get more American than that. Terrence, you reaching with this one. The Cowboys is the Floyd Mayweather of football. Cut his mic off, and he not even on screen, son. What in the world? What you think of that?
Listen, man.
Kind of like a backhanded compliment, but I'll take it because.
How is that a backhanded compliment, Mark? He's on
the Cowboys is America's team, man.
About that one.
And I'm gonna stand on that. Everybody can make a claim. Like I said, you can make a claim for the Patriots as well.
Ain't no way, bro.
The Cowboys got that, and they gonna keep it. You feel me? That's decades of being named that. So
my bad, Philip.
It is what it is, man. Nah, you good. I was just saying, like I said, the Cowboys is who the Cowboys is. They've been the America's team for decades. Like I told you why, and I'm gonna stand on it. Like I said, I just gave the claim of why the whole Kansas City Chiefs situation will probably put them in the mix of, well, are they America's team? No, they not. But the Cowboys is. And it's been that way for decades. This is 1978. I wasn't even born yet. I was born in 89.
Look, man.
Yo, hey, Phil, I got a question. I got one question that
man. I don't know, man.
Hey, listen, I got one question for the panel, and it's a yes or no question. Very easy. Who put the 49ers on the map? Who did they beat to get on the map? They didn't beat the Colts to get on the map. They ain't beat the Pittsburgh to get on the map. They beat the Cowboys, America's team, to get on the map. And then Michael let you know they ain't beat us in a long time before that one catch by Dwight Clark. So other than that catch, you would be non-existent if it wasn't for me. I birthed half of you dudes, man. I birthed you, man.
I hate you, Mark.
Hey, Terrence, that's
Terrence. Everybody wants to see them lose. That is true.
That's facts. That is facts.
Yes. Yes.
The fan base, because they were the most annoying. Actually, Philly topped them this year for me. I thought Philly became the #1 most annoying fan base in football to me personally this year.
Last year, Philly took that.
Yeah, Steve Wright last year. But me and Stevie been hating on Philly for a long time, so it ain't nothing new, Phil.
Don't front, man. You kind of like Philly a little bit, right?
Yo, real talk though. Real talk. When the Cowboys are good in that division, I'm sorry, Stevie. When the Cowboys are good in that division, and Philly is good in that division, and the Giants and the rest and the Commanders are good in that division, it's the best, most watched division in sports. Period. The NFC East. We carry the NFL when we good. And the thing I think people hate is if everybody, the only conference where everybody in the conference got a bowl under their belt. That just to let you know the excellence that the NFC East had. Everybody. There is nobody else, dog. You can sit and look up all you want. Nobody else, bro. Nobody else.
The most as a division.
Hey, host, go ahead and put that facts.
Cardinals ain't never win no Super Bowl.
Hey, and our division got the most Super Bowls. Cowboys and Giants alone, we got the most Super Bowls.
Look at the NFC trying to unite. Y'all been divided all year. Now y'all want to unite.
Where's that facts at? Where that fact screen at? That's facts.
Look,
that's facts.
Jones is Mr. Candy from Django. Mark Stack the Cat. Right now, man. That's what he said.
Lamar, thank you for my.
Lamar Jerry Jones needs to give Mark a PR position. That's a fact, man. Mark, you 100% should be working for them.
Like I said, 4th of July, Mom's Apple Pie, Dallas Cowboys. It's all in that. It's all in that same row, bro. We are Americana, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing. You need somebody to hate, man, and we are the perfect team for you to hate on because we love that.
Look, I love that I've seen the Kansas City Chiefs leapfrog. They checked off all the boxes this year to make them America's darling. It's no argument. They generated a ton of money.
They just the prom
the
queen,
biggest
bro.
pop star in the world. They got a relationship with the tight end. Nobody cares about tight end.
Mike, you keep saying a ton of money. We are international, the #1 franchise on the planet. There's no way she grosses more money by herself than the Cowboys. You could go to Africa right now. They could be hunting wildebeest. Somebody got a cowboy hat on or a cowboy shirt with bare feet running through the Serengeti, son. That's how deep we get, bruh. We are international, man. That's why you notice this. You notice they never send us overseas? You notice that?
They don't need to.
They don't need to. They'll send you overseas, though. They'll send you overseas, though. No, you keep.
Mexico. Let me keep it moving as we get ready to wrap that up. Who's on here? Rich, my bad, Rich. Let me let you back in. Rich, go ahead. You got cut off like 5 times. Say your point, man. By the way, you got a stray shot at you from nowhere. I don't know where the stray came from, but you got a stray from obviously from the Denver fan, but it's all good. Go ahead, sir. What's your take, Rich, if you did?
More than likely, it was Stevie did it. Undercover Denver Bronco
It wasn't
fan.
me.
Anyway,
it was Terrence.
Anyway, listen, the Cowboys, that's the Cowboys' name. There's certain names that you don't touch or mess with, and everybody's trying to look for an America's team, and they keep going back to the Cowboys. Everybody get your own name. Cowboys got America's team. Raiders got Raider Nation. San Francisco got Rainbow Bright. And let's just keep it moving. Pittsburgh Steelers got Steel Curtain, stuff like that. So let's just keep it moving. So
the Eagles and the Giants. What's the Eagles and the Giants?
The Giants got
Philly Nation
from the Cowboys gaining that name from them every first week of the NFL starting season. The Cowboys own that
Giants
team.
is Big
It's like
Blue.
a guaranteed win every year.
Philly is Bird Game.
Yeah, you can't take Big Blue from the Giants.
Yeah, Big Blue.
Big Blue is Giants. Bird Game is Philly. Raider Nation. He said San Francisco was Rainbow Bright.
That's disrespect. Why you gotta do that? Don't do that. Don't do that to my community out there. Don't do that.
Hey, that ain't
nobody Nobody want to be Bang Bang Niner Gang. Nobody want to be Bang Bang Niner Gang. Nobody don't want to be that. We don't want to be Bang Bang Niner Gang. Get out of here. Nobody don't want to be that, man.
That's a good point. When they said Cowboys are America's team, that was meant for the colonizers only, sir.
He get mad. Mike get mad, Mark. Mike get mad. Bang, bang. Get out of here,
yeah.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, nobody want yeah, listen, you got the Bird Gang, you'll never get that. You got Big Blue, you never get that. You got Raider Nation, you never get that. You got Steeler Nation, you never get that. So since y'all don't really have a
Mark. Mark. It ain't Steeler Nation.
Really what we go by, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it's still Curtin.
Well, still Curtin, Steeler Nation. I'm sure he's
only one nation.
Yeah, but nobody's taking Bang Bang, bro. It's so sus. It's so zesty. Nobody wants bang bang, dog. You might well pour salad dressing on me if you're gonna call me bang bang Niner gang. You know
I
how
don't appreciate Tyson and his San Francisco Cesties. That's not cool. Don't do that. Don't do
Desi,
that.
Thousand Island, throw some Thousand Island on that, man. Come on, man.
2-hour mark. So, yo, y'all interaction tonight between the people that's watching live and comments. Yo, appreciate y'all. Panel, if y'all have not done, make sure y'all share this post so your people can see it tomorrow or whatever. So I appreciate y'all. Let me get to the last thing that I wanted to put up here for us to chime in on, and this way y'all gotta put your hats on. I don't need specific players, but I do need you to tell me what is your team needs in this upcoming draft, because it's right around the corner. I'm gonna start with the Pittsburgh fan, because y'all got some holes. So I'm gonna start with go ahead, Rock. Talk to us. What does your Steelers need?
Head coach.
Go ahead, all yours, sir.
I do feel like like I was saying before, I think we need a quarterback. So if we can't get somebody like Fields or whatever like that, I would much rather get like a young whippersnapper that we could mold into being what we need him to be, like we try to do with our current quarterback.
So Pickett. So if I'm hearing it clear, Pickett is done.
No. He's not done. I feel like we gotta give him a chance with the new offensive coordinator and give him a chance to like at least win the job or whatever. But let's give him good competition with
Well, Trubisky got let go.
Trubisky got let go.
He got let go. Y'all got Pickett
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Rudolph, give me a nice young college guy, and let's see.
How early are you willing to invest in that quarterback? First round? Try to go first round? Let's go with up.
For what we need, gotta be, man.
Oh wow.
Gotta be like when we got Rob.
I like the Fields with Tomlin is scary. I'm just gonna say that. If that happens. All right. So he gave me his. So he got for Pittsburgh, it's quarterback. Anything else? Give me one more position that you think I need to address.
Tight end. Get us another good backup because our tight end became injured, and we still need to be able to get the job done. Right?
All right. Tight end and quarterback for Pittsburgh. All right, Philip, you second, sir. Steve, you at the Philip. What you got for your fly Eagles fly, man?
We need a defensive coordinator. We need. I'm telling you what we need. I ain't talking about the draft. I'm telling you what we need. We need a defensive coordinator. I think we need, honestly, the way Bradbury was looking this year in our secondary overall. I think we need a whole new secondary. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think re-signing DeAndre Swift is a good thing. And I think the biggest thing to me is the secondary. If we're talking about drafting players, we need a secondary.
First round.
Complete secondary.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
To what Philip just said? Don't I deserve guru status for that? Because when they signed Bradbury, remember I told Lamar, he's your problem now. He got burnt every game his last season with us. Remember, all of us was on when I told Lamar that.
That was like, what, 2 years ago?
I told him that he's their problem now. He will get exposed.
Yeah, you definitely.
But I got into an argument.
This year, he looked like his last year with the Giants.
Yeah, he was getting toasted. So
he was getting toasted.
First round for you, Philip, is first round is what you got for corner?
Yeah, I need a corner.
Wow. Okay. What else? Give me one more.
And the safety. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right, let me rotate
the
around.
49ers. All right, good.
Give me your G-man, man. We all listening. I know the Cowboy fan gonna light you up. So go ahead. Talk. Y'all got a whole lot of holes. So
I don't care about what the Cowboy fans say. I'm basing it off of what I see.
Go ahead.
One, I've been saying for years, we need to build up our offensive line. I'm always gonna say that, and we need to score the ball, man. We need receivers, bro. We gotta score the ball, man. I still feel like we don't got that number one receiver. We need a number one, man.
So, all right. All right. Hey, man. So first and second round, that's where you going with it?
Yes, sir. Listen, let me tell you something. Is all the quarterbacks in the NFL, right? And I'm going to stand on what I'm about to say. Maybe 3 or 4 of them are not products of the system. All the rest are game managers. That's it. I'll take a game manager if you give me a playmaking receiver.
I ain't mad at that. All right. All right. So G-Man gave me theirs. Eagles gave me theirs. All right, Rich, can I hear you?
I'm gonna go back to LSU quarterback.
You've been saying that for a minute now.
Good. Jalen Daniels. I want to move back. I want to move down in the draft. I know Washington don't want to move. New England wants to move, but we can't settle on getting 3 because now Washington could trade Chicago to make sure they get Caleb, because that's why that offensive coordinator went to Washington. So he wants Caleb Williams bad. So the whole thing depends on Chicago. Chicago's gonna want the farm. We're not giving up the farm, but if we just stay put at 13, then I want a corner or offensive tackle, a right offensive tackle. If we stay put, but if we can move, give me that quarterback. But I only want one quarterback. I don't want to mess around with all these other quarterbacks. I want one quarterback. That's the only one I want.
Penix. You don't want Penix no more?
Who's that?
For Washington.
No, I know who it is. I know who it is. He stayed hurt too much. He might fall down to the 2nd or 3rd round, or because of his injuries.
Okay.
But if he lit it up against who do they play? Michigan.
Yeah.
If he did his thing against Michigan, then he would have clearly went up in that top 5 picks. But because of that one game, and then his history goes behind it. But if you base it on the game before that game, man, he was clearly the number 2 pick in the draft.
So you going with LSU quarterback no matter what?
That's who I want. 6'4", runs a 4, and then I'm just hoping that AP talks to him and let him know at the combine, calm that down, or either don't even just go there with your shorts and just say you don't want to work out. Do not put no numbers out there because it's gonna make it hard for us to go get you. If you really want to be a Raider, do not go to the combine because he's telling everybody he wants to be a Raider. AP wants him. Our last game of the season against the Denver Broncos, the team that we own for the last 8 years. So again, that whole week, and Jalen, I don't want to put your business out there, but I'm gonna put your business out there. He was with our Raider team training with us, and then he came to the game because there's no way that Devontae Adams could say that he throws a nice ball if he's not out there just I guess running our plays and stuff like that. So he was already in our locker room on our sideline. He at the Heisman Trophy award, he mentioned AP, and hey, he wants to be a Raider. So if he really wants to be a Raider, sit out the combine. Sit it out. Don't even meet with no teams. Don't even talk to nobody. And let the Raiders do their magic, move up in that damn draft, and go get them.
According to Terrence, he don't want to play for y'all, so we'll see how that play out.
Terrence, Russell, and every other quarterback don't even play for them. Matter of fact, Terrence, if you want a job, you go to Denver and be a quarterback because they're hiring.
That's a fact. All right, thank you, Rich. Mark, what's your Cowboys, America's best, favorite, whatever y'all are, second place to Kansas City? What y'all going for?
You mean the team that invented the war room? That's the team you talk about? The team that started the war room, who made it cool to look at the cameras inside of the facilities, the war room. That's us. But I'm not even gonna get it. And Richie, what you need to do first is background checks before you sign anybody in the first round and make sure they don't go to jail. But I'm gonna just leave that right where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Dirty,
But we need linebackers and either a guard or a tackle within the first 2 rounds. So I really think we'll be looking more at linebacker because right now we have one on the roster, literally one, and one healthy one anyway. A couple of practice squad dudes, but we need to replenish our linebacking core. Mike Zimmer runs a 4-3 defense, which means we're gonna have to bring in another big body. I don't know about re-signing Hankins. I think he's long in the tooth. I think we need to just throw them pounds back on Mozzie, who lost about 50, according to reports, get him back to 320, 330, and get his ass, back on board. But right now, we are very, very, very hurting at linebacker. And I just want everybody to know all these holes being filled and everything, just taking account the free agent like Richie and Philly and Pittsburgh, and even you, Mike, with the Niners. Like I said, once you go into free agency and these dudes start to be signed, all those priorities that you thought you had going into the draft is filled now. So if Philly picks up a cornerback, just say hypothetically, Philly decides to throw the money at any cornerback, you save that draft pick and you can use them later on. So, I mean, at this point, we all are kind of hurting, and I think that goes across the board. There's no perfect team. I think we all need to plug a lot of holes, and we all are Philly, Cowboys, Pittsburgh, even the Raiders all got brand new guys on their staff. The players have to learn the terminology. The players have to learn, everything that the coach is trying to do in order to make the defense successful. So I think a lot of teams this year going into the draft is going to have a long learning curve, as in the players that they're implementing and the defenses that they have to bring in to implement also. So that also throws the veterans behind, because the veterans have to catch up just like everyone else on the squad. So we all in a position where we all need, man. This ain't one of those drafts where you can just kind of go best player available. You got to fill the holes, and we all have holes, fellas.
Yep. Thank you, Bart. I think I got everybody's team. Let me go read the comments as we get ready to close up. Terrence for the Denver Broncos said left tackle and a game-changing wide receiver. Yeah, Judy's probably done at this point, so yeah, they're gonna have to go get some help over there at wide receiver. So I get that, I understand that. Lamar said for the Eagles, Philip, he said linebacker and cornerback. He said linebacker. So y'all went and got my man from the coach, but he like, nah, y'all need more help. I agree. I think the linebacker.
No, they just picked up another linebacker too, from Detroit. Philly signed a linebacker. I can't remember his name. It's a Wasu. He's a good linebacker though. They picked him up from Detroit. So Philly trying to be proactive. Yeah, this is like the last 24 hours. Yeah, Philly picked up a linebacker. Yeah.
All right, let me continue on. As Tyson, Vikings fan, says Vikings need a quarterback, defensive end, running back, and D-line. Good Lord. Trade back from the number 11, get picks in a QB in the second round, or sign a vet as a bridge quarterback. Okay. So, I mean, no, y'all not committed to my man with no eyebrows. Y'all ain't gonna keep. Y'all not. I mean, the option is
Vikings fans said Dobbs had his time.
I called him no eyebrows. My bad, Josh Dobbs. I'm sorry, sir. You were doing good on my fantasy, and then you wasn't doing good on my fantasy.
Hey Tyson, the way your grocery list look. The way your grocery list look, Tyson, you won't be beating Detroit anytime soon, bro. Because you pretty much the XFL right now. If I'm looking running back, quarterback, D-line.
So let me keep going as we get ready to close out. Lamar said Bradbury was good 1 year. After that, Steve dropped 50. He was garbage last year. Indeed, he was. Steve, you nailed that to a T, because you definitely told him he your problem now. I remember that show.
Give Stevie his guru status. He deserves it.
Please give him his guru status. He did beg us for guru status. Give it to him.
You have reached Guru status.
Keep it going. As I get ready to close out. Let me see what else. If there's any other teams that I need to grab up here. Terrence was specific. He said, "Give me Drake May." That's who he wants specifically. Mark, you the guru guy. What you think about that for the Denver Broncos?
Like I said, I love when Terrence comment because Terrence knows exactly what he's talking about. That's a perfect situation for Drake May to go down there, you know, and you got Sean Payton as the quarterback guru. You bring in young, strong arm like Drake May. You know, I'm almost positive between Cortland Sutton and just said his name, Jerry Jeudy. I think more Sutton would probably help them out only because Sutton is big and strong and he's still young, and Jeudy can go because he's a head case and he hasn't produced for him. But no, I think he nailed it. Drake May sounds excellent with the Broncos personally.
And Lamar put out the linebacker that y'all signed, Julian Akwara. So I'm not familiar for some reason. I'm drawing a blank on him. Did he play in the game against him?
Yeah, he played the playoff. Okay. He's an aggressive linebacker. That was a good signing by them, man.
Okay.
You know? And just so everybody knows, I stay on every team. I go to your team page. I want to know exactly what's going on. When I see Tomlin looking sad and walking away when they ask him about the contract, I watch that. I watch everything. And so just to let you know, I'm not just talking it. I try to make sure I'm on board.
Mike, read Terrence comments.
As I close out, Terrence specifically spoke to you, Rich, in regards to your culture. He says, don't see coach of the Raiders have a losing one. Go ahead and rebuttal, Rich. I get ready to close.
I just got to take out the broom for him. That's all. We own that Broncos. We own that Broncos.
I understand. Explain that. You got some explaining to do when you got sweat, man. But I didn't want to talk. But he did nail that. Y'all did lose it on twice. So. But I will say this. I think Russell Wilson to the Raiders might happen, Rich.
Mike, it ain't just twice. It's years. We own that team. I got this beautiful Bo Jackson jersey thanks to the Broncos. All right?
He had to buy your jersey. You're right. I remember that.
Own them.
Listen, man.
Terrence got a rebuttal.
Oh, go ahead, Steve.
No, Terrence got a rebuttal.
Oh, he said 40 years, no chip. And listen, if I give Terrence the mic, he'll be on here with 19 comments. So I already know.
Mike, hold on, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, hold on. Terrence, I'm going to say this to you one time and one time only. I'm CNN and you're Fox 5. You're fake news, Terrence. You're fake news.
Oh, yeah. Shots fired.
We are at that point. We did 2 hours and 13 minutes. Anything in closing as I go around? Philip, I'll start with you. Anything in closing, sir?
Nah, man, more like to everybody. Appreciate you guys, man. It was good being back on here. You'll see me more active in the chat as well on here, man. I appreciate you guys.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Steve, anything?
I don't really have too much to say. I won't be on the chat as usual, but I'll pop in back in every now and then when I can. You know, I work a lot, family man, but appreciate y'all, man. I enjoyed it. Everybody was good. Everybody was on point, and everybody knew their stuff.
Thanks.
Even Richie, who came for my neck for whatever reason.
Yo, Terrence said he had Fisher Price internet where he was at. That's horrible. I think this is internet. So what in the world? Go ahead, Mark.
I'm happy that y'all lost. I'm glad you don't get to celebrate. I'm glad that you in turmoil. I'm glad that you depressed. I'm glad that you can't brag. I'm glad we got 365 days without hearing bang, bang, anything. I'm glad that I'm glad you stripping your squad down. I'm glad you over the salary cap and you got to sign dudes that you can't afford. I'm glad you're going to lose at least 2 good receivers. So, I mean, everything's great for everybody else. Hey, listen, nobody enjoyed the Super Bowl more than me. I picked you, but I was more ecstatic about you losing than I was you going. So, every day, it felt like I won the Super Bowl. It felt like I won the Super Bowl because I get to see that you have become the Buffalo Bills of the NFL now. You can go to the big dance, but you can't close the deal. So guess what? Welcome to my club of being and your ring's older than mine. So just everybody on the panel know the oldest ring between Mike and Mark, the Cowboys in the 90s, is Mike's. Right. And that was the last time they went. So his ring is really old. And you know, the only thing I do feel bad about, hey Steve, in the honest truth, the only thing I feel bad about is y'all just didn't lose 5 straight, man. If you'd have lost 5 straight, it would make everything even more better. So just letting you know, I had a great Super Bowl. I'm sure everybody who's not a Niner fan, I'm positive Phil feels the same way that I feel, because we can't stand y'all.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. You missed it earlier when I said about Debo and Fletcher Cox. When Fletcher Cox told him what he said. He said, "You chasing what I got, even though we got one. You still chasing it."
Listen, they are basically the bullies during the season, and then when they get into the big dance, they get humble. So I'll take you humbling yourself every single year. Listen, I can pull out 5 too, but I don't need to, because I didn't lose. You've been there a couple of times after those. Yeah. So you can swallow that big Super Bowl L, throw on some Taylor Swift, and enjoy the rest of your year until the draft, buddy. Look, but you don't get off the hook with me. Real quick, in the mortal words of Lamar, it hurts more when you lose in the big dance. So yeah.
I rooted for you to lose to KC, then we end up losing the very next year to KC. Horrible.
Hey, listen, when I call you the sacrificial lamb, and I have called you that, I've been right. I have been right. You know,
let me close that. Go ahead, Rock. Close that. Anything you got to say?
I just want to say, still a nation. And it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, baby.
Appreciate it, man. Steve, I think you said yours already. You said yours, Phil. Everybody said this, so I'll say mine.
I ain't say nothing.
Steve, you said you'll be on here. You won't be on the chat like that.
I said that Richie didn't say nothing.
Oh, go ahead, Rich, my bad.
Rich,
go ahead.
I got my boy Raheem on the show for the first time, and the last time. We won't see him no more, y'all. So, and he kind of looked like Devontae Adams from afar. We got Phil looking like a Denver Bronco with that big orange hood on.
Listen, I take this hoodie over and put my Philly hoodie on.
We got Ghostface Steven. We just hear a voice. We don't see no face, no type of emotions. And then we got Sad Face Mike that just makes up stuff. And then we got Mark, WWE, want to fight everybody for no reason. And hey, I'm good.
I appreciate it. Listen, man, follow us. Actually, you read that, man. Let them know where to follow us at, man. You get you a moderator hat on.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube at Fans Club Live Show.
Yeah, baby.
Follow us, man. So y'all be blessed, man. Again, share it with your people. Make sure you put it on your page. Shout out to Daniel, first time on here. Carl Blaze came back in here. Tyson, salute to you and anybody else that was watching. My moderator also, my co-moderator was letting y'all know. Because y'all was playing around with Usher's name, and she was like, "Yo, no Usher slander will be tolerated." So she had to let y'all know, don't play with Usher. Hey, man, Fans Club Live Show for the fans by the fans. God bless y'all, man. Later,
bro.